Moana 2 ending explained, is she a demigod? The conclusion of Moana 2 may leave some viewers perplexed, as the sequel does not explicitly reveal the fate of its protagonist. 8 years after the critically and commercially successful release of Moana, which explored the uncharted corners of Disney's Polynesian-inspired fantasy universe, the highly anticipated sequel has been met with mixed reviews. Critics argue that Moana 2 prioritizes world-building over a compelling narrative. Despite this, Moana 2 has achieved box office success, sparking widespread discussion among fans regarding its ambiguous ending and mid-credits scene. While Moana 2 introduces new villains, allies, and ancient curses, the film's concise 100-minute runtime may leave some viewers with lingering questions. This is understandable, considering the story was initially conceived as a television series before being adapted into a feature film. To provide clarity, let's analyze the primary plot points of Moana 2 and elucidate its intricate ending. What's at stake in Moana 2? In the course of her seafaring voyages, Moana, voiced by Awhimai Fraser, discovers artifacts from ancient civilizations that have lost contact with the people of Motonui. During her investigation, Moana learns about the wrathful storm god Nalo, voiced by Tautai Vasa, who sought to annihilate humanity by severing the connections between tribes. In ancient times, the island of Motufetu served as the origin of all ocean currents, which were utilized by seafarers to explore distant lands. However, Nalo submerged Motufetu, creating a violent storm to prevent anyone from reaching its location. Nalo's curse dictates that a human must make physical contact with Motufetu to restore the currents, thereby enabling tribes to reconnect. Failing this, each isolated tribe is destined to vanish, forgotten by history. Moana 2 centers on a crew of Motonui, led by the eponymous character, as they navigate the oceans in search of Motufetu. Their objective is to lift Nalo's curse, enabling people everywhere to collaborate and build a brighter future. Failure is not an option, as it would grant Nalo his desire to erase all evidence of human existence. What happens during the fight against Nalo? In order to reach Motufetu, Moana and her companions navigate by a shooting star. This celestial phenomenon is conjured by the spirit of Tautai Vasa, voiced by Gerald Ramsey, the final wayfarer to depart from Motonui centuries before the events of Moana 2. Tautai Vasa was unable to reach Motufetu himself, which is why he guides Moana so that she can successfully complete the mission and break Nalo's curse. In her journey, Moana secures assistance from the Kakamora pirates, reconnects with Maui, voiced by Dwayne, The Rock Johnson, and even receives aid from Matangi, voiced by Awhimai Fraser, a mystical woman confined by Nalo within a giant clam. Matangi imparts to Moana the knowledge of utilizing the Gate of the Gods for instantaneous transportation to Motufetu's vicinity, thereby circumventing a months-long sea voyage. When the heroes near Motufetu, they devise a strategy. Nalo's animosity towards humans results in the gods' storm pursuing Moana and the Motonui crew. This provides Maui with sufficient time to utilize his enchanted fish hook to elevate Motufetu from the ocean floor. Upon the island's resurfacing, Moana or one of her companions must step onto it to dispel the storm and restore the waterways. Events do not unfold as anticipated. Nalo's lightning strikes Maui prior to his elevation of Motufetu, effectively erasing his tattoos. In a desperate maneuver, Moana plunges into the depths, swimming resolutely toward Motufetu. Nalo, perceiving Moana's intention, strikes her with lightning. Moana makes contact with the island, thereby breaking the curse, but not before Nalo's lightning bolt strikes her, seemingly claiming her life. However, this does not culminate in a tragic ending, as Moana is subsequently revitalized, possessing greater power than ever before. Is Moana a demigod now? Upon realizing the dire situation, Maui pursues Moana in an attempt to save her. However, he is too late. Maui resorts to chanting a sacred song, hoping for a miracle. Soon, Moana's ancestors, including Tautai Vasa and her grandmother, Tala, voiced by Rachel House, join Maui. Together, the spirits bestow upon Moana the energy required for resuscitation. Her rebirth is accompanied by noticeable changes. Her left arm is now adorned with tattoos symbolizing her remarkable accomplishment of breaking Nalo's curse. Simultaneously, Maui's tattoos are also restored. In Maori culture, tattoos hold spiritual significance. This is evident in the portrayal of Moi, a demigod whose body is adorned with tattoos from head to toe. These tattoos symbolize Moi's power and serve as a record of his most remarkable accomplishments. Essentially, they are a visual representation of his demigod abilities. Consequently, the erasure of these tattoos by Nalo's lightning represents a significant loss of power and identity for Moi. While the film Moana never explicitly labels its protagonist a demigod, she undeniably follows a similar trajectory to Moi. Just as Moi utilizes his fish hook to channel his powers, Moana receives an enchanted ore from the spirits of her ancestors, the same entities responsible for her resurrection. In the sequel's culminating scenes, Moana wields her ore to manipulate the ocean's currents, a feat indicative of demigod-like abilities. Notably, the ore radiates a golden hue in this scene, underscoring Moana's newfound magical prowess, reminiscent of Moi's own abilities. Moana 3, upon its eventual release, should further explore the protagonist's demigod status. It is crucial to remember that Nalo remains a threat, actively plotting against humanity. Meanwhile, Moana utilizes the restored Motufetu current to repair the fractured relationships between the tribes.